Hello and welcome back. Today I'll be showing you the Gripen. To find it, you go to Aircraft, Fighter, Sweden, and it's right here. The Saab Jazz 39C Gripen. It has an interesting loadout. Here on the edge you can carry my America IR, AMRAAMs, and Meteors, which is nice. AMRAAMs have a high-ish payload, more for long range. Not the fastest out of here. Meteors are anti-aircraft, but same payload as the AMRAAM. Just it now has it's just a bit more heavy. Has less of a tracking cone and burns for a little longer, but it also goes a bit faster. And then you had the Mica IR, which has lower payload mass, but also has a lot lower weight, and its tracking cone is just as the same as the Meteors. It has a shorter burn time, but accelerates faster, but also has a lower top speed than the Meteor, so I'll be using these just because they accelerate faster for now. And yeah, remember the tracking cone is kind of like something that comes from off the tip of the missile all the way into a cone, from if you can imagine, like in this case 70 degrees all the way around, and then a cone that comes out forward. So here, and then these points here all along the middle are just pylons. This is for a tracking pod. This can hold a few things. I could carry bombs. I'm going to use it to carry a fuel tank here. I want to drop tank just because. Then these outer ones can hold more of these, like Maverick, which is anti-ground, and they all have their ups and downs. So just go through them like I did. So I'll just carry Maverick because why not? I'm not actually doing anything. Remember, you might want to tailor it down to whatever you're doing, and a bomb to show you guys how that works if you don't know. Then you have something kind of interesting here. It's a Kinnear, not one of the more. It's not the most common missile in the game, but yeah. It's interesting. It's for anti-ship and ground, but only has a warhead mass of 440 pounds. So not the greatest, especially compared to like the LRASM, but it's decent. And yeah, that's about your loadout. So then I'm going to go to spawn in at Krov Municipal Airport. Remember, when you're setting your spawn, you need to use Q and E and move your mouse around. That little yellow spot there is where you will be facing when you spawn in. You have to move around your mouse or else it won't update. Remember, tab for night vision, E for engine, T for, I'm pretty sure that's the air brake. And then yeah, once we get going, remember G for the landing gear, and then this little dash for lights, which is okay. I think my game was just breaking there for a second because, okay, I got super concerned. But now that happens, you can go off, semicolon for afterburners, and immediately, if you notice, it's quite maneuverable, even for Neo standards. To use the guns and stuff, you need to go turn on combat. Then for the camera, you need to use the arrow keys. Remember, WASD doesn't work. And then you can lock onto targets, and then it will automatically lock onto it, as you see right here. So that's nice. It's not used for too much, but you can glitch out the game by using the zoom up here and then toggling the cameras, and now you're zoomed in. So if you want to just undo that, you have to go all the way about. That's nice to know. Once you're in combat mode, you can hit 6 for bomb sight. Remember, select here so you don't drop what you accidentally don't want. So like I want to drop my fuel tank, which you can only drop in combat mode, which will release the weight, but also the fuel stored in there, if any. And you should see that hit. Yeah, there. Then you can drop your normal bombs. For the missiles, you will see if they're within radar thing. Like if you'll see a green box that you can either hit left control on, and as you see it says no target found, it will target the closest box to your mouse, which is important to know, because it means you can target quite effectively and quickly. Or you can, the longer way is you can click on their box and then do select target whenever you see that, and then you can fire your missiles. You can hit Q to, deploy flares, which is a good way to get rid of missiles in this game. And then once you have someone targeted, hit X. Remember, it can only target what it says it can target in the menu. And then you can hit 4 to follow, and then you can self-destruct them. Yeah, it may look like little explosions when you self-destruct them, because it doesn't actually explode with full force if it doesn't hit its target. So just would like to clarify that, because when I first started playing and figured that out, I got really concerned about the mass of my missiles. But hope you enjoyed, and see you next time.